Meat root? There's stuff in the meat root.
I am now recording. Hello everybody, and welcome back to reading Homestuck, the Epilogues. I got Mason and June here today.
Hello.
Meat.
Nice to meet you.
People have meat. Why? Strip off your flesh.
Remove your
What a
meat.
wonderous start to the video.
Remove your meat. Live as a bone man.
We've done an incredible job
skeleton
of
mode.
starting the video here, everybody. We're masters of this by now.
Yeah.
We've learned the perfect way to start a video, and that is cold open about a meat root, and then follow up with intro, after which tell audience to take off skin. This is the method.
It's a,
This is the method.
articles of clothing are meant to be removed.
Prepare for the skeleton war. Anyway.
I know which side I'm on.
The skeletons.
The skeletons,
absolutely.
indeed.
We're all on the side of the
Duh.
skeletons.
Duh. What, you taking me for a fucking
To
idiot?
the skeleton army? You betrayed them long ago. That was another Ninjago reference. The first one was before the video.
Yeah. Again, though, we've done an
that was
excellent
so
job of
much
starting the video, and
before the
nobody
video.
could ever say we haven't. No one's allowed to.
Yeah, Alex and Mason were too busy having like a massive makeout sesh.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous, fucking contextless.
The best part is the audience
Really
will
put
never
the
know
meat
if it's
in
true or
meat
not.
root. I'm sorry. Let's go.
You will never
Let's
arrive
go.
at the truth. Yeah, let's get started.
Alright, since Arthur unfortunately is not
suddenly,
here,
like,
we cannot
gained
torture him with
clarity.
narration right out the gate.
I've like gained clarity and well, I'm ready.
Yeah, you've
guess-
at some point during that you've realised, hang on a minute, maybe this is a bad idea that I've already significantly partaken of.
Well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well. Funny.
Oops.
Alright, shall I do narration, Alex
Shippers
do
do
Dirk,
that.
and June do Rose?
Works for me.
Unless you really want to do Dirk, June.
I don't care, to be honest.
Rose
Yeah,
it
you're
is.
you're still just sat there like, maybe queerbait in the audience was a bad idea, frame one. Maybe there should have been any kind of a contextual build-up to that statement I made. Shit.
Oh man.
Oh well, past is the past.
Oh well.
Onward we forge.
Yowie is eternal. Put it on a
Yes.
t-shirt.
The boxing bell is going off like it's having a fit. Dirk has to stick a finger in one ear to hear what Rose is saying over the cacophony of boos and buckets being lobbed towards centre stage. He considers it all pretty fucking annoying, so he flips off the crowd and jumps the ropes. Always a good idea to abscond from the stadium before the customary show-end riot hits full swing. The last standing robot scoops up Jake's unconscious body and cradles him to its chest before blasting off through the roof. On the other end of the phone, Rose lets him know what's up.
It's not so much what is up as what is down. The answer to which is proverbially me. I mean that physically and philosophically, by the way. I'm right down with the kids.
You're
Down with
down
the sickness.
philosophically.
Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that actually means.
What doesn't it mean, Dirk?
glad to see that my genetic predisposition for melodrama is still alive and well in my slime progeny even after all these years.
Please don't interrupt. This is important. And I'll need all the energy I can spare to sustain a heavily monologic transmission for the relevant facts.
I see. Forgive my brief, casual interjection into the conversation you initiated. Please continue.
Thank you. Anyway, the matter at hand is my condition, with which you're already familiar. I can't read. I've struggled to devise the right way of telling you without causing undue alarm, which would unquestionably trigger the overbearing tendency of yours to solve the problem for me, which is not the kind of circumstance my constitution can withstand these days. I can barely lift a wrist to my forehead to telegraph my infirmity of late. Your bullshit is precisely the 1,000-pound feather that could knock me clean through my apartment's plate glass window.
This is troubling to hear, of course, but rest assured I'm taking solace in the fact that your infirmity doesn't seem to have spread to your vocal cords yet.
See, Doc, this is exactly the shit I don't need from you on this day.
Sorry.
The bottom line is this. I'm ascending. It is terrible.
Rose adjusts her position on the couch with the body language of one about to dive into the latest gossip about a mutual friend. The mutual in this case, her tortured psyche.
Years of refining my seer of light powers has cursed me with what is approaching near infinite prescience. Dwelling in this idyllic post-canon realm has worn down the barriers separating my primary consciousness from the memories and experiences of all my doomed alternative selves, which were forgotten and discarded over the due course of our journey. As I approach the realization of my ultimate self, I cannot stop the existent knowledge from seeping in. I am plagued by near-constant visions from the less fortunate versions of myself, as well as a broadening view of the metatextual nature of our existence. Day by day, I get closer to comprehending the full picture of the narrative. However, I am still trapped in this limited body. There is only so much strain that my very finite synapses can take. It drains all my energy to keep my consciousness focused on relevant events. But even then, I am losing my ability to discern what it is and is not canonically relevant, let alone what is also true or essential. And all of this is making me incredibly fucking sick.
Oh, is that all? Pussy? Well, in the spirit of full disclosure, same.
Rose is silent on the line for a few moments. Dirk can hear how laboured her breathing is, how thin it is. She snorts out a quick, humourless laugh.
Unnecessary.
I'm sick as fuck. Are you running a fucking marathon?
Rose?
Mentally, yes.
Damn, and I can get in a fucking boxing ring doing all of this. You fucking shit.
You're weak as fuck.
You're a fucking pussy. You fucking suck.
So do you.
Yes, but I do it willingly.
And in private. Usually.
Where were we?
I forgot.
The quick humorless laugh.
Really? That's the hottest take you can manage? God.
Of course. Of course not. They haven't built the vessel yet that can withstand the temperatures of atmospheric entry into one of my hotter takes, let alone the hottest. It wasn't a take. It was an empathetic admission toward my pitiable, similarly omniscient-stricken offspring. We are suffering from the same condition, Rose.
He allows several rare conversational beats to pass in silence between them to process the admission.
We are.
Sure. I fucking guess.
It doesn't sound to me like you're suffering from much at all.
Well, I'm not. I guess I used the wrong phrase. You are suffering from it. I am adapting to it. I already have, really. We are not the same.
Cure to death is just thugging that shit out.
Yes.
When you were ready.
So you've determined I'm ready to receive this rather critical piece of information now, of all times. What distinguishes the present from the other moments you could have mentioned it? Were you waiting for the effects of my condition to become so unendurable that I finally felt the need to explain what was happening to me in full? Were you, in essence, waiting for a cry for help?
Wow. Well, when you put it that way, it makes me sound like kind of a dick. But I guess it isn't far from the truth, either.
Unbelievable.
Look, it's not something you just spring on people that frivolously. Hey folks, just so you know, the boundaries of my awareness are coming apart, and now I know almost everything about everyone everywhere. Also, the process should be tearing my body apart, but actually I'm handling it quite well, thanks for the concern though. Anyway, thought I'd just keep y'all fucking abreast on my incomprehensible brain and all. Peace.
Thing everywhere all at once.
In a sense, this is kind of like doing better than the pair of them are doing better than I'd imagine, like most people.
Yeah, what I want to know is why Dirk is suffering from it as well.
Probably because
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, heart is the aspect of the soul of the self, so it does make sense that he would be having more of a quick link into the concept of the ultimate self. It does make sense.
He's the prince of heart. He's the one who destroys.
Yeah,
through
I
it.
think
so
I think that's the reason
he's destroying
he's
the
adapting.
boundaries between he's destroying those boundaries between his selves, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Prince doesn't just have to destroy souls, it can destroy with souls.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. But it is kind of like a Lovecraft. Yeah.
So is Ringo.
I was just gonna say.
So is we're recalling.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Lovecraftian concept, though. Just you and every iteration of yourself. Just kind of all of that slurry of experience, all converging on the one version of yourself that's alive.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't that happen with the squared sprites?
I mean, I think Dave Petter had did say something about the ultimate self in Homestuck. I think that's where this concept kind of first came up.
I mean, it would be cool if either of them were around to confirm that for us, but we haven't.
Yeah,
I think they've been mentioned
we got to hear from them right now, maybe.
I would
at least somewhere around here.
I would kill to see Dave Petter. That would be based.
Our Duke Nukem voiced friend.
Or Jaspero Sprite Squared, our Big the Cat voiced friend.
Yeah, Big the Cat.
Both squared sprites are cat gods, in some sense.
Well, cat people. Because
people.
the Petter, I think, was non-binary, yeah. Been a while, so.
Fair enough. Cat people. I'm my brain no working.
It's been a while. It's been I say a while. Well over a year since the last time we saw
since the end of the original series that we've seen them.
It does make sense that
last time we saw Dave Petter, they were going all Sans
It's
Undertale on Lord English.
It's been ages. Where are they?
But yeah, point is, it's kind of a it's the kind of concept I'd like expect to see in like somebody's like cosmic horror writing. When
Yeah.
It's an
like,
intriguing concept.
Eldritch knowledge, like knowledge you're not meant to learn, that kind of experience, and it just like,
it's
breaks
like
you
it's
down.
literally it's
Physically
too
and
much knowledge for the
psychologically.
brain to take. Yeah.
I seem to recall Arthur also being interested in the concept, and I hope that he is here when it does get like fully discussed.
Yeah, for real. Anyway,
Then he'll have something to enjoy.
Yeah, have something to latch on to that isn't just shitting on it.
yeah. Bye. You're a cagey guy. This isn't breaking news. I'm not pissed at you. I'm just so confused why you aren't suffering the same effects as me.
There will be time to explain all this, despite whatever appearance of callousness I've maintained in withholding this information from you. I actually do have your best interests in mind. I don't want to wear you out on this call. There's so much more to say, but it can wait. For now, I'll just mention that I've been alert to your problem for some time, and I've been devising a solution which should permanently remedy it without compromising the boon of your expanding consciousness.
What is it?
I would love to tell you, but I've got some work to do. Why don't you stop by my studio later so we can hash this shit out in person? Right now, you should get some rest. Yes, sick woman, you should transport yourself to a different location entirely so that we can continue this conversation. When, because of the preview in the previous storyline, I know I could just say robot down the phone and that would answer the question.
Nah, he's gotta lead it on. He's gotta.
You've got to prove to me that you're not a robot, so that I can make you into a robot.
I can't double roboticize someone. Who do you think I am, Dr. Eggman?
What kind of Archie Comics shit is this?
Mechasonic ass post.
Meat Root is actually the metal virus.
It very well could be.
Kinda sick.
That'd be sick.
Fucking Silver the Hedgehog shows up.
Oh my god, Ian Flynn worked on the Meat Root?
Oh my god, no, fully, it is just like fucking like, my life sucks, I fucking hate Candid Timeline, it sucks so much.
Wow,
hey
look
guys,
at
I'm
this
here
view.
to fix the
Makes
comic
me think
storyline.
of
Oh my god, Ian
Waterfall on
Flynn,
the Land of Wind and
hi,
Shade.
Ian Flynn, hi. Fucking
Makes me think of the
Christ.
waterfall on the Land
Do you
of Light
think
and
if
Rain.
Ian Flynn hadn't been obsessed with Sonic and somehow was obsessed with the Homestuck, bro would have found ways to get involved?
Yes. Yeah, pretty easily, actually, if he'd been obsessed with Homestuck.
If Ian Flynn was interested in
very
Homestuck,
easy to
Ian
get
Flynn
involved at the
would
time.
be working on Hive Swap
Oh,
Act
no.
3 as we speak, and it would have released by now.
Well,
You'll be working on Hive Swap Act 4.
The demo's out now. Chill. The demo's out.
No,
it's
I
getting
mean,
there,
like,
it's
it would
getting
be
there,
out.
right?
It's
It's
getting
It would have been out. Like, it would have been out a year ago.
Breathe, Mason, breathe.
Speaking of things coming out soon,
You got the fuck down!
You got the
you'll
down.
see the anyway, you'll see the Deltarune news update.
I've seen the newsletter a little bit, yeah.
Long
Yeah,
story
people
short,
hate
it's
Tenor
going very
now.
well.
But peoples for some reason now hate Tenor. That's what I
What did
gleaned
you do?
from it.
I only saw the header that it was coming soon.
Yeah, there was like a video or a cutscene, at chapter 5, and people
Yes.
were like, it's out of context. I don't care what people say. It's
Is it
out of
official?
context. So yeah.
It's
Anyway,
from what I hear, it's very much not a matter of like external context doesn't really help the situation.
But is this an official cutscene that's been released?
Yeah, on the
It's a
news there.
cutscene that's been released.
Oh,
yeah,
sick.
in
Yeah.
the news. Yeah.
I only read a Nintendo Life article.
Well, either way.
Anyway, let us get back to this.
We're here.
Actually, I'm feeling oddly invigorated suddenly. I think I'm good for more exposition if you are.
Can't say I'm surprised, but no.
Have I caught you at a bad time?
Nah, but there is an election coming up, and my work as a political operative is going to be absolutely essential for the fate of humanity.
I see. Wheels within wheels, I assume.
There are always wheels. Wheels are everywhere. They aren't my wheels or yours. The wheels don't have owners or designers, but they do have caretakers. They won't keep turning on their own without someone to grease the mechanism.
Oh my god, the mechanism! JoJo Part 9.
What I need to impress upon you, Rose, is that I am really cool.
What I'm trying to impose on you, Rose, is that everything works on mechanisms. I recently read JoJo Part 9.
I need to brush up on. Well, I need to.
I
Brush
need
up on
to.
JoJo
I
in
need
general, but I also
to.
need to brush up
start
on
from the
JoJo
beginning
Part.
again and
Yeah, same.
go on from there.
That's
The
my
most
New
I
Year's
remember
resolution.
is that Jodio was obsessed with mechanisms.
My New
Due to the
Year's
fact
resolution is
that
to
I have
catch up on the
future
JoJo
knowledge.
lunch.
Due to the fact that I have future knowledge from my original Earth, I actually have read all of JoJo's Part 9.
Oh yeah, he
All of
would
it.
have.
The whole thing.
Shit, he would have. Anyway, what a burden it must be to recognize oneself as the sole mechanist of reality itself.
It's a curse, but somebody's gotta do it. Save your strength. Come to my studio when you're feeling up to it. Goodbye. Here is your side quest.
He's a cog in the machine.
You can view
He's
your
just like
active
Yuji
side quests in your
Itadori.
menu tab. What do you say, June?
He's a cog in the machine. He's just like Yuji Itadori.
Come by
Dirk
my
hangs up
studio.
without-
Ironically.
Come by my studio. I've put a marker for it on your mini-map.
You really have, yeah.
Rose,
Dirk hangs up
it's
without
Dirk.
waiting for a reply.
Let's go bowling.
He cracks his neck and tips down his shade so that he can appreciate the full brunt of the sunset, purple and orange, blending brilliantly on the horizon. She's right about him, he thinks, while his ecto-daughter views herself as having a somewhat deft artistic hand that lends itself naturally to a gentle push-and-pull style of influence. Dirk knows his methods are mechanical, like those of an engineer. There's nothing adaptive or interpretive about his method. Every piece has a purpose, a slot, an interlocking mechanism that is functionally pointless without the whole. Dirk, satisfied with this moment of particularly astute self-reflection, rocks back on his heels and launches himself into the sky.
We're just kind of jumping.
Oh, Christ.
It looks like the gang's all here.
Okay, right. I'll take narration, and then we'll just sort of figure it out. Voices wise.
I have a bad feeling that someone we haven't seen in a while is going to talk.
Yep, good thing I've got some water here just for the occasion. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, there it is.
God.
Well, good thing I've got some water for the occasion.
Actually, no. It makes sense that he's here. It's Meat Brew.
Well, no, it's more that they're literally zapping to fight him, and
It's the scene that he spoiled in the main comic in the worst
Oh,
episode.
that. Oh, yeah, that.
yeah.
Fucking. I just wanted to make a joke about the fact he likes raw meat, because I seem to remember that being a thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Right. John, zap to your final destination. Where the hell are you?
Super Smash Brothers. What would John's splash screen say in his reveal trailer?
John does the windy thing.
I was thinking
That's
John
just-
winds up, but it's winds like
Nah.
winds. You know?
Nah, John does the windy thing.
John
It has to be.
is stuck at home.
John, he's here.
John, he's here. They just gave up with him. They just fully gave up with him.
John,
He didn't
yeah,
give a
whatever.
shit.
Not a video game character, but you know.
John.
John, they let anyone into these things.
John
these
breaks
days.
the norm.
Anyway, but
John
I love
sticks
just where
it
the
to
hell
him.
are you? And then who wants to do Dave? I'll of course take
I
Jade.
can do Dave. Metal Gear. Where the hell are we? I can't see shit.
I will also say just like, God fucking damn it, John, where the hell are we?
God fucking damn it, John. Where the fuck are we?
Anyway, it's dark.
But that's
Not
shush.
like. Oh, sorry. Shh. Damn. Having
It is
woken
difficult
up
to
like
tell.
an hour ago is those characters are very.
I had to lean in
similar.
to tell that was an S instead of an A.
Yeah, I'm moving to fucking. I need glasses, but the optician will not give me glasses. I keep somehow having a good vision day only the days I go to see an optician. Like, yeah, thanks, eyes. You just really don't want to be helped.
Yeah.
Dickheads. It's dark. Not like someone turned out the light. Turned out the lights out dark.
Turn out the lights out.
Hey,
Crazy.
who turned out the lights?
Out.
Damn. Can't believe you're referencing Peak at a time like this. Anyway,
Oh,
more
I'm
like-
sorry. Anything to keep up the mood.
June,
God
June,
forbid.
where do you hear my accusal? I do it all the time.
It's mainly a
Also,
response to
I
Alex
love
going,
keep
can't
up the
believe
mood. Keep up the mood. Nothing's happened yet.
Yeah, it's
Keeping
dark.
up the
That's
mood
all we know.
preemptively.
I
Keeping
woke
up the
up,
mood
it's dark, that's all I know.
Also, he's gonna get his ass handed to him. This is gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we know what's gonna happen.
Sure.
We literally already know what's going to happen.
I may have forgot, guys. Okay.
That's fine, it was in the worst episode.
Gonna block
Yeah.
out that episode. And wasn't there
Good.
for half of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure you were hit there for all of it, but mentally fully checked out for
Mentally,
the second half.
no.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I left midway through. Or what I thought was
Oh,
midway
yeah, that-
through.
Yeah.
Possibly, I don't know.
I had to go to the library, I know that much. I had uni work to finish.
Shitty ass day, that one. Anyway.
Anyway.
More like someone destroyed the concept of light at its very source, dark. It's a darkness that fills up your skull. Jake puts this more eloquently, as always.
My golly, it is indeed dark as fuck.
Shish.
Jade breaks off from the group. She moves through the air gracefully, ears twitching as she sniffs through space like a bloodhound. There, she exclaims, and points down. All the way down. Look down. All the way down beneath you, there is a light source. Grey, focused, like a spotlight, except that it's folded over the curvature of the space beneath it. At the centre of it stands teenage Lord English, all decked out in his ostentatious god-tier jammies. Gamzee's there too, for some unfathomably stupid reason. There's a robot bunny chilling out on top of a chest, looking cool and kicking its cute little bunny legs back and forth. You hope that neither of these unexpected dramatis personae will play a role in the coming battle, because it wouldn't feel right wailing on either of them at this point. Lord English is...
Don't know about that.
No, I think it would. I think it would feel very right to kick the shit out of Gamzee. He is, no matter what, at this point, he has murdered several people.
Found him inside out.
Ruin his life forever.
have him step on every Lego brick when he walks. Have it so boots are too big for him, so they just immediately fall off. Have it so he's always either just slightly too warm or slightly too cold, and he can never adjust for balance. Have it so that whenever he has his like favorite meal, it's always just slightly wrong in such a way that shouldn't annoy him, but it does. I could go on.
Yeah, just like make his life the most just like sad and inconvenient possible.
I fucking hate that clown.
Yeah. And then just shoot him in the head several times. Like after a while of that, you know, when you get bored, when he adjusts vaguely to his life sucking, then you just go, okay, yeah, whatever. Bang, 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 bang. Lord English is holding something that looks like Lil Cal? It's definitely Lil Cal, and Lord English definitely waltzing around with it in his little spotlight in the middle of nowhere, swinging the puppet around by both his floppy arms. Well, rather he was waltzing around. He stopped the moment you looked at him. Behold your adversary.
Shall I take John when he eventually talks?
Yeah. Who the fuck are you? You simply refuse to answer his question. Instead, you do something so much better. Something that will make both his inevitable fate and your regard for his character uncontrovertibly clear. Give him a thumbs down. It's a
Damn,
textbook
I actually got his
thumbs
ass for
down.
that one.
Better, actually. The kind you can't really teach. Lord English drops the puppet. For a moment he looks shocked, maybe even a little afraid. But it passes quickly. He starts laughing.
Uh,
Never mind, I know who you are. It was foretold by the masterpiece I made when I was but a boy.
what?
Be quiet. I'll have you know that you just interrupted a groundbreaking interpretive art piece. It was the first of its kind, performed only once, and made more valuable for its rareness.
Wow.
I said shut up. It's rude to talk through the overture. But don't worry. Although you missed my very important dance demonstration, which was an unprecedented act of genius and not at all embarrassing, now you will participate in something even more important. The young lord's face begins to distort. The unhinging of his jaw reverberates in the empty space. He laughs through the remainder of his nefarious soliloquy, which he has possibly prepared in advance for this moment. By now, surely many have witnessed my masterpiece, as it has circulated through the black veins of the dark web. Trillions have witnessed its majesty, haters and fools alike. And they have been rendered agog by my art virtuosity, my claimantship, and my wrestling moves. But now the time has come for everyone to shut up about how great my masterpiece was, and the time is now at hand. His laughter turns into a low, cracked gurgle. It spikes you towards you in waves, distorts and pitches low. He's beyond pleased with himself, and with the line he is about to deliver. For you all to become my masterpiece.
Oh,
Damn, he really thought he cooked with that.
I was kind of hoping it was going to cut to something else.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, here you go, Drew.
it
A
might
page
still.
of nothing but text and no voices.
Okay.
There you are. Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. Okay. My glasses. I need my Oh, they're right here. Because I know my Lexicast is gonna fuck this up.
Painful.
If you were one of the haters and fools who saw Lord English's masterpiece circulating through the black veins of the dark web, and were rendered agog by its majesty, then you probably would have a good sense of what happened next. You probably also wouldn't be rendered that much additionally agog if you were told it didn't happen precisely as conveyed by the young lord's expertly produced claymation theatre. Would it be that surprising if the first four heroes weren't immediately captured in the juju as the dark web's swan song broadcast through Rober's Vine videos originally depicted? Probably not. It would raise any eyebrow if the action turned out to be a bit sloppier than that. Bloody nose here, a stray wedgie there, someone trips on a cape, loud eruptions of the word ow, petulant insults, smack talk, crude gestures, and stray honks from the sidelines. Would it rock anyone's world to discover the stop-motion feature did not treat this battle royale with the utmost fidelity? No one who witnessed this spectacle online would react to these discrepancies with that much surprise. But you are not such a witness. You are still John Egbert, and you had no idea what sort of raucous teen pandemonium to expect when you zapped into the lair of your nemesis to throw down, which is why you were completely blindsided when, upon feeling overwhelmed by the melee, Celeborn sprung his gambit on you and your three best friends to even the odds. He opened his little red chest, and out came his white house-shaped juju, levitating there, threatening to behave as the weapon many treasure hunters throughout history have described it to be. Upon a second look, it's not quite white though. It's colourless, null. A house-shaped hole in your confining reality. A hole that insists on being filled. You try to resist its overwhelming pull, but to no avail. The force is too strong. Not like the sucking from the vacuum of space or the tug from a gravitational singularity. It was more overpowering than any force in nature. Almost metatextual. Not negating your powers, your strength to resist, so much as it seemed to overwrite them. The juju sucked you, Rose, Dave, and Jade into its void at the speed of eternity, squashed down into half a second. You landed in the abstract prison it contains face first, alone, with a force that made you flip over a few times and skid along the flat of your chin. You groped for your glasses instinctively, finding them cracked in two cracked halves. You cradled their remains as you look up. The blurry, distorted face of your laughing nemesis was the last thing you saw before the chest door slammed shut and plunged you into textual obsolescence. And here, now stuck, you will not emerge from this holding cell from an outside perspective for quadrillions of years. It is not long at all until you begin to wish you had brought something to read.
Probably literally got trapped in null space.
Yeah. In a house.
No fist bump here to help you out.
I can't believe
Nothing
it.
happened, literally.
I can't believe it, guys. John Homestuck. Okay, Mason, we're gonna have even more longer just nothing but text until Jane and Jake show up. I'll take Jake, you can take Jane June. Thankfully, it's not the same Jane.
I know, but still.
At least
Well, who
she
knows what
hasn't
could
gotten
happen.
that bad yet. I do not hold out hope that she won't, but...
Jane Crocker
Nice.
sweeps into her office with grace befitting her station and slams the door shut behind her. The sun cuts through her Venetian blinds, painting butter yellow strips of light all the way from one end of her impeccably tailored office to the other. It's a lovely day, like most days, so not terribly remarkable except for the horrid news she has just received at her customary morning press conference. Jane comes to a brisk stop alongside one of her floor-to-ceiling windows, which span a full two-thirds of her office, and brushes her hands over her hips to smooth the wrinkles out of her powder-blue pencil skirt. Then she hems, haws, puffs out her cheeks, and takes a very deep breath before snatching a pillow off the nearest couch so that she can scream into it. There are, surely, a multitude of ways for a person to find out that an acquaintance is running against you in a presidential election. From a Carapacian reporter in front of 26 other members of the interspecies press was not the method Jane would have personally chosen. She is certain that she retained her poise and managed not to look too shocked at the news. She did not exclaim,
June?
Oh, there it is. What? Hold on. Thank you for calling,
there we go.
American. What?
But instead managed to eke out through gritted teeth and pursed lips a reasonably thoughtful sounding,
Yep, very
She
thoughtful
cannot believe-
sounding. Well done, Jane.
very many thoughts, maybe exactly one thought. She cannot believe that Karkat would do this to her. This is no longer a political fiat, which the election would surely have been had she run uncontested by any other civilization founding celebrities, but rather a battle between friends. What did Vantus think he was doing? No, it's not Vantus, Jane realises. This could not possibly have been Karkat's idea. Jane knows Karkat, not intimately or even casually, but well enough to have made a generalised assessment of his basic character over the years. He's not cut out for politics, neither intellectually, nor in the very important matter of social constitution. Certainly not when it comes to economic policy. In fact, Jane is pretty sure that Karkat Vantus would probably literally burst into flame if too many people happened to look at him at the same time, like a vampire walking out into the sun. Wait. Jane lowers the pillow from her face and stares at her brass and glass art deco ceiling. Was that vampire thing xenophobic against Kanaya, or whatever it was that Kanaya was supposed to be? No, of course not, she assures herself. With trolls it was the other way around. Vampires were the only members of their species who didn't balk at the sunlight. Another reason Karkat would make a poor president. Unless he ran as the night president? No, the idea is foolish. Best not to give him any ideas. There can be only one president. No, surely this must have been Dave's idea, this kind of plot hatched from their little nest of mutually supportive, codependent interspecies, whatever it was that they had going on over there. Dave was certainly no Dirk Strider, no Rose Lalonde, no Roxy, but he had that same scheming gene buried deep down beneath his transparent onion layers of posturing and, frankly, rather outdated humour. An instinct to plan, and despite being inarguably the dimmest of his family's impressive biological stock, oh dear, stock, that's likely a problematic word, isn't it? Jane thinks. She crosses it off her mental list of appropriate words to say during a press conference. She returns to her train of thought. Despite being the least mentally gifted member of his family, Dave has always had an awful lot of opinions on the economy. In fact, Jane cannot remember a single conversation she's ever had with him that wasn't about the economy. She thinks back to one time at John's 18th birthday when Dave engaged her in a rigorous and rather one-sided debate about deregulation and the failure of neoliberal austerity measures, until Karkat had to come over and put his hands over his roommate's mouth to make him stop talking. Come to think of it, of the few direct interactions with Karkat she'd ever had, this struck her as a truly great act of benevolence towards the common good. Maybe he would make a good president? No, she cannot succumb to such thoughts of weakness. She will not. Jane tosses the pillow back onto the couch and begins pacing the length of her office. This really was a disaster. She knew that she was solid on several demographic metrics, the human one most certainly, and the well-to-do Carapacian districts. But Karkat was incredibly popular in the Troll Kingdom, obviously, and the Carapacians were widely known to be swayed by underdog populism. And the consorts? Who had even given them the right to vote in the first place? In any other year. Jane hops up to sit on her desk and kicks off both her shoes. She picks up a pen and begins to chew the end to bits to stop herself from doing the same to her lower lip. In any other year, this wouldn't be a problem. She'd be happy to accept a grateful, temporary defeat and let Karkat play president for a couple of years. After all, unlike her, he was not immortal. But Earthsea's paper-thin idyllic history was very close to a boiling point. Its very first boiling point, in fact, which will have everything to do with the problematic nature of troll reproduction. The first generation of natural-born trolls obviously cannot be entrusted to a troll, which was absolutely not a xenophobic thing to think. It was just realistic. The citizens of Earthsea were able to rest easy knowing that the government held careful reign over the well, over matters of equity. No one could possibly trust something so important to a troll, knowing what everyone knew about their violent history. Losing this election could mean social unrest, protests, even war. Jane presses her eyes shut and runs her fingers along the fine-grained patterns in her mahogany-panelled desk. She's about to think something that she has promised herself never to think again. In fact, she's about to say it. This horrible, ghoulish, girlish thought that used to rule her world and make her so terribly weak. The shameful thought is expressed out loud in the form of a defeated sigh.
I need Jake.
She spins around and, still sitting on her desk, presses a familiar entry on her phone's contact list.
Ahoy, ahoy!
Jane has to suck in a hard breath to stop herself from groaning. Why were so many of the finest young minds on this planet slaves to this foolish man's perky glutes?
Jake, hello, how are you doing?
As well as I can be, I suppose, considering that I just woke up in the middle of a maffing ruckus at the stadium after getting beamed in the pumper with the old horse tranquilizer trick, which I suppose I should have seen coming, as Dirk has ended all of our matches in this fashion for the past week.
Oh dear, that sounds terrible, Jake. Is there anything I can do to help?
Help? Gadzooks, woman, I hardly think myself in need of help. It's a jolly good adventure working with someone so predictably unpredictable as our good friend Dirk.
So that Jake enjoyed the sadomasochistic nature of his and Dirk's personal and professional relationships. Judging from the last conversation about election strategy with Dirk, he seems to be perfectly aware of this feature of Jake's personality. You can't be too nice when courting his endorsement, Dirk would say. He doesn't respond to nice.
Be that as it may, Jake, I still do worry about you an awful lot.
Well, that is...
On Jake's end of the line, there is a crash, followed by a noise that sounds suspiciously like something big and hollow and metal connected with Jake's head. When Jake comes back to the phone, he's yelling into it, Jane grimaces.
So what you mean is... a pipe.
Metal. Jake just got metal pipe.
Play the sound effect!
Let it be known. I don't know
falling sound effect
Let's
on his
carry
head.
on.
Very sweet of you, Jane. I appreciate very much that you have called me out of the blue to say such nice things to me with no ulterior motive.
From anyone else, this would have been a portentous statement. However, Jane knows that Jake English could not possibly have meant this with anything but the utmost sincerity.
Well, you know that I must...
Because I must note that although I try to stay sporting about what comes at me, I can't say that I'm chuffed about how much of my correspondence lately has to do with the marketing of my image. It's beginning to feel like all people want from me is to stick my derriere on a signpost for their own profit.
Oh, we love dramatic irony.
You're right.
This whole planet is an ass. This whole planet is ass people. They love my ass for some reason.
You're right. It must be so difficult. For you, more than the rest of us, due to your, let's say, natural gifts.
Huh?
Are we putting the ass in the thumbnail again for this episode?
Natural Gift is a move introduced in Generation 4 of Pokemon that power and type directly corresponds with the berry held by the user. I think it was introduced in Generation 4. Let me fact check that while you guys continue.
I'm pretty sure
Thank
it was
you,
Gen
Mason.
4.
It was definitely at
I
least Gen
remember-
3.
It was in Gen 4, I can tell you that one.
I'm pretty sure it is Gen 4. Let me look it
I
up.
remember seeing it. Whether it debuted
Yeah,
in
Gen 4. TM83.
It was?
No.
Yeah.
But
Power
yeah,
and type
I
vary
feel like
depending on the user's health berry.
I feel like I'm getting the feeling that if I keep putting Jake's ass on the thumbnail every time it's mentioned, I would have to do it for the rest of the epilogues, and I don't want my thumbnails to get that samey. I will sometimes be putting it on the thumbnail. But not this time, I don't think.
That's fair. That's valid.
I want some variety. Anyway, we're at the line after, huh?
What if you put it as a filter? Like, you just, like, zoomed in on its ass? So only
Put like
we know.
a transparent layer of Jake's ass over every video.
You cut this bit out of the recording so no one knows it's his ass, and it's just an in-joke.
Or I could leave it in the recording and then maybe put a filter on it, but nobody actually knows if I put Jake's ass on as a filter.
We're just gaslighting people, so people have to debate whether it is.
Just a block colour.
It's one of those fucking Deltarune memes where they just put like a transparent image of Gaster over the meme.
Jane, I remember you're looking at my ass.
But you know that I have always wanted what's best for you, right? And I'm ready to give that to you.
To give me what?
The best, Jake. The very best.
Jake is quiet a moment, and Jane can hear the rusty gears turning in his head.
You should stop by and see me this evening.
Do you mean my evening or yours? We're in different time zones right now, and I dare say that the sun just went down here, so if you wanted to have a soiree on my time, you've missed your chance.
Jane feels her fake smile flexing so hard that it was beginning to hurt. Oh yes, she loved this man in basically every category that you could possibly love a person, but sometimes talking to him is like trying to build a house of cards while riding a mechanical bull.
I mean, that's pretty apt.
Let's get this one through gritted teeth.
Mine, of course. I'll have the best year of your favourite crocodile-made scotch flown from the Consort Kingdom, and we'll have a little catch-up.
Jake actually hates scotch and only drinks it for appearance's sake, but for this unbelievably pivotal moment in the history of the planet that they created with their bare hands, Jane is willing to spend a few thousand boon bucks to watch her old friend pretend to sip at the same glass for a couple hours while prattling on. And she's willing to do more than that too.
But when's the last time we've done that? Just you and I.
You know what? You're quite right. It's been a spell since we've met up without Dirk. An unforgivably long one at that. Whip me up a kipper, Jane. I'll be right over promptly.
Kipper?
She considers asking if he intended to request that she literally prepare a fish for his arrival, but of course, Jake has already hung up. With a heavy and somewhat regretful sigh, Jane sets her phone down on the desk. Well, she thinks, that's that. Time to work your magic, Rocker.
Jake English is the world's most unserious man.
Yeah. I don't know how people put up with him, but at the same time, it's very cool to watch them do so.
Jake in the Meat timeline is exactly the kind of person where he's really good to have a parasocial relationship with because you don't have to deal with him responding to you. You can just hear him say silly things and go, I like your funny words, Magic Man. However, if you know him in real life, you have to listen to him absorb what you've just said, process it, and then say the worst possible response.
Here's my headcanon that I pray stays a headcanon, but it would be funny if it turned out to be true. That Meat Timeline Jake has a lot of fanfiction.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely true. And
There's
every single fanfiction version of him is smarter than the original.
Oh yeah. At
the very least,
he like presents himself
responding to sentences in person, there and then.
He presents himself a certain way on TV. I guarantee that he like isn't actually as smart as he comes off as. And all of the fanfictions are written in that way. He does not know what an AO3 is.
No, here's the thing. I don't think he actually looks that much smarter on TV. He just looks charmingly dumb as opposed to deeply infuriatingly dumb. And so everybody on watching the show, watching his shows go, well, there's no way he could actually be that dumb in real life. This is a bit. You can't make a story out of someone this dumb. So let's turn up the intelligence a little bit so he can actually engage with the story I'm writing as a character.
Yeah. Also, like, at least 50% of these fanfics are self-inserts. At least 50.
And at least 50% of these fanfictions, not necessarily the same 50% as the number of self-inserts, Dirk is the villain.
Yeah.
At least 50%.
The Jake fiction is prominent.
Yeah, and also, of course, 100% of the ones with any kind of sexual content and 80% of the ones without put extreme focus on his ass, of course.
Bro, his ass is just like the main attraction.
His ass is its own tag on AO3.
His ass is the tag on AO3, exactly.
Yeah, there are several stories that
as much as I'm sure that his
anything
ass
else.
is also just an actual tag on the real AO3. I would check, but I don't want to accidentally get.
You don't want that in your
by
search
something.
history.
Fair. Both of these
Well,
are
I
fair.
mean, I wouldn't even be in my search history. I could just guarantee if I just went onto the Homestuck tag, I would probably find
There'd be some spoilers in the
there'd
titles.
be someone. There'd be spoilers in the titles, exactly, which is why I'm not checking. But I guarantee if I did, it would be that. Someone in the
And
comments
you wouldn't have to
confirm.
scroll very far to find it.
Exactly.
But
Someone in the
there's also
comments can confirm
definitely
this for me, but like I'm like 99.9999% confident that it is a not commonly used, but like it's a tag that you can click on, and there are at least 100 fics with the tags.
And,
Like, it's not-
and some
it's
of
not
them
just like
aren't
a
even
randomly
relating to
unfiltered
Jake
tag.
English himself. It's like you've got a fucking like Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction and Jake English's ass is in it. It's not even like. It's like just like someone wanted to write a Sonic Adventure story, and Jake's ass is just there for some reason in the tags. You know what? No, it definitely becomes like a meme tag that people use.
It's a meme tag. I guess.
Because if you want to see Jake English, you can use the Jake English tab. The Jake's ass tag is definitely used just as basically an indicator of, I'm not taking this story especially seriously, we're here for shits and gigs.
So essentially it's like the
It's
Homestuck
reverse
equivalent
dead
of
dub.
crack
It's
fic.
it's reverse dead dub.
Yeah,
This
so
is
like
going to
crack
be
fic.
silly and stupid and nothing serious is going to happen.
Living pigeon.
Living pigeon.
Living pigeon. Living pigeon, please devour. Well, no, because like Mason, dead dove do not.
No,
eat.
I know, but like
It
Jesus.
has to be.
Reversed. Living pigeon please devour. It means it's a story meant exclusively for cats.
Oh yeah, me when I start reading fanfics, man.
Yeah.
I do care, bro.
Do not give a shit.
Yeah, you don't
Anyway.
care for it, do you? I see you. I know you're on my bed. There's one of my cats is behind me.
The creature.
Yeah, well, not the creature, the old man.
The old creature.
Anyway.
That's that, you think. Your glasses are broken forever and you totally fucked up and underestimated young Lord English. Rose should have known better than to trust this to you alone. Rose. Rose. Your smart, amazing friend Rose. You can almost hear her voice now. Listen closer, jackass. Oh wait, you do hear her voice. Vibrating low and muted through the wall of your cell. You've only realised right now that your cell has walls, because it's awfully bright in here. It's so white that nothing in the cell is casting a shadow. Looking around, you realise that there is no apparent source to all this bright light, making it hard to tell where the floor ends and the walls begin.
John's stuck in the opposite of no end house.
Oh my god.
Lots of ends. What the fuck is even the opposite of a house?
The street.
Several beginnings street.
Anyway, shall I take John and you take Rose? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do. John, are you there?
Her voice is muffled, coming from what you presume to be an adjacent room similar to yours, on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh thank goodness. Everyone's
No. You just say it normally, I'll add like a filler on it.
Okay,
Sure,
I just wanted to be funny.
I want it to be comprehensible, please.
Don't understand, John, I'm dead! It's
What's the next step of your grandmaster plan?
You're really addicted to it!
With no survivors.
I was born to die.
Oh, thank goodness. Everyone's accounted for then. Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
I think so. I can barely hear you, though.
You can hear a thud from Rose's corner, like someone slumping against the wall in relief. Well, that's what you're doing, at least. Hey?
Yeah, I'm fine too. But this is kind of dorky to say out loud. But I don't feel time. That's not just me, right, you guys? You feel it too, or don't.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously space inside this box, but I can't do anything. It's like I'm blind. The noise outside the juju grows. Something sharp and metallic splinters above and rains down on top of the chest.
What did my future say? What did my future self say we had to do?
She never
I'll take Dave from here. Might as well.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, mate, what? I don't know. This page is getting weird in terms of like who should be voicing.
We'll just
what,
stick
just
with
because,
what we've got.
Yeah.
Might as well kick it, as they say.
It would work better if we had a fourth person.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
would.
That he isn't here.
Gee.
Voicing 4 characters with 4 people, imagine that.
Man, that would be so
revolutionary
convenient,
concept.
especially considering Dave could just go to Arthur.
Yeah.
And we have one on each.
Sorry, audience. No Arthur today. But I'm sure you'll get your Arthur fix from our Thursday upload this week.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll get to that later. Maybe after this page, maybe after the next one, we'll see. We'll
What?
see how long this page is and how long the next one is.
I can't hear you.
She never really told us what we had to do exactly, just what was going to happen in a really loose sort of fashion.
Does that mean we're stuck?
No,
The
Rose, don't say
metallic-
it. Don't say you're Homestuck.
The metallic noises rain down harder, drowning out Rose's attempt at being loud. Plink, plink, smash.
Now I can't hear you.
Try using less words.
Oof.
The length of the silence coming from Rose's corner communicates just how difficult a task that is for her.
He said the Juju would get loaded and unloaded.
What?
So, I mean, it just got loaded, I think, with us.
So?
So I don't think we're trapped in here forever. We'll be unlocked from it at some point.
What?
I know it's all a bit abstract, but
No, I just can't hear you.
John, you suck at yelling.
Ugh.
You stop trying to loudly reassure the worried teens for a moment and just think. Now you understand defeating Lord English was never supposed to happen. Not the way adult Rose was implying it would. You surmise the other 4 teens remaining outside the Juju were the ones meant to be tasked with his defeat, and judging from the cacophony still emanating from beyond the walls of this house and its confining chest, they are taking the task seriously. But what does that mean for the 4 of you? Try to picture what's going on in the battle outside, but it's not easy. Use your imagination.
How about we just close our eyes and think about what Jane, Jake, Dirk, and Roxy are doing?
In your imagination...
There's a simple answer to this.
In your imagination, the battle is quite vivid and exciting. The coolness of the action in your mind's eye is belied by the actual sounds booming all around you, which you can only describe as vaguely stupid. There's a lot of hysterical screaming, which, if you're not mistaken, is coming exclusively from the male combatants. There's a sudden swelling of energy that speaks to a vastness behind its power source, almost as if an outrageous bubble of pure hope were enveloping the stage, is how you would describe it if you didn't mind sounding ridiculous. And you hear, it can't be horses? No, simple horses of flesh and bone. These horses are metal? If we're going to believe they're horses at all? Stop using your imagination. This isn't getting you anywhere, and clearly your silly imaginative whims aren't doing the slightest bit of justice to the actual awesome things taking place out there in the heat of battle. Frankly, your theorized skirmish lost the handle on any legitimacy it might have had the moment you started thinking about horses. You figure no one will ever truly know what's happening out there. You doubt anyone would even be able to handle how incredible the raw, unfiltered amount of this teen brawl actually was. It's probably for the best. As you slip out of your fanciful conjecture, which may or may not have included a mechanical horse ambush, you overhear Dave from one of the rooms below you, raising his voice to speak to either you or someone else. You're not sure. You place your ear to the floor again. He's speaking to Jade. They're attempting to reminisce again, on the best of their ability to do so while shouting through a wall. Once more, you ruefully reflect on these teen versions of your friends, and all the questions they must have for you. For each other. What would you even say to them? Would you want to tell them about the happy outcomes, knowing they might never get the chance to experience those things for themselves? Would you tell them the sad outcomes, thus reinforcing their insecurities and suspicions that they may never truly be capable of living happy lives? You're not even sure you could handle it if you were Teen John. You'd have too many follow-up questions, which adult John is in no way prepared to answer. Would you tell them what's up with Roxy and Calliope? Again, having no real grasp yourself over what's up with them. Would you tell them about Dave and Carcat live in a hive together, watching TV all day, and Jade maybe sort of lives there too, but nobody quite knows what's really going on with that? Would you tell them about Terezi? For some reason, her name feels like nails in your heart. Makes sense, I guess, because there's a lot of sharp letters in it. She has sharp teeth too, and sharp elbows, sharp words. Terezi Pyrope was a sharp girl, and maybe what these sharp feelings are trying to tell you is you miss her more than you realised. She wouldn't have let you neglect relationships with certain friends for so long that you missed whole chapters in their lives. She wouldn't have put up with you moping around with the salamanders for so long. She would have kicked your ass for being such a loser about everything. She would have poked you in the forehead and called you insufferably lame and told you to pick up the damn phone. You would have called her a weirdo and pretended you hated it, and maybe you would have believed you hated it. But now, sitting here in this little white cubicle, contemplating your regrets, you don't think you'd have hated it all that much. Did you tell the teens that? You'd probably never tell anyone that, not even her. Another arbitrary thought hits your brain, completely unrelated to the subject of Terezi, or what you would or wouldn't tell a bunch of incarcerated teens. Well, so you think.
Am I depressed?
You ask aloud, quietly enough that your friends cannot possibly hear it. All the question does is crawl back down your throat and burrow into your gut like it lives there. And it does live there, because as it turns out, you are really fucking depressed. You're just a giant wet sack of self-involved misery. All that big, wet, meaty ooze drips out of your mouth every time you open it. All the time and space in the world isn't making it better. And it's something you should have been doing for yourself instead of waiting around for things to get better. Well, screw waiting. It's boring as hell. You are John Egbert, after all, immortal creator of worlds, the one and only man ever to completely transcend the partitions of canon itself. You've got these powers, remember? You hold up your hands and form a rectangle with your fingers and reach outside yourself, outside canon, the place your retcon powers came from. You focus, you strain, you contemplate with all your might a place you can zap to, any place but here. You wait and wait and wait. Nothing happens. You slump back down against the wall, and your despondence eagerly greets you again, like an old friend ready to pat you on the back and say, "Good try, man. I'll always be here for you when you fail." Thanks, dude, you think.
Rose was right. The juju has to unload.
The what has to what?
The only way out of here is for us to wait for someone to let us out. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Also, I think I might have depression.
Thanks, John.
What a
Good
way
time to let
just-
us. What are we supposed to fucking do about that, man? None of us are trained therapists.
We're trapped in here, and also I
Bro
might be
is
depressed.
just
This
trauma
white
dump.
trapped bubble.
Bro is just like mental health dumping on his friends.
Okay, long page,
well-
so I think we're gonna end here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can we end now?
Yep. Sounds good. So, guys, what did we think of this here episode of the Epilogues?
Oh man. I mean, that happened.
Yeah.
So that just happened.
For God's sake.
I
It did
don't
feel
know
like
what
most
else
of
to
the
say.
He's right. His ass
Yeah,
is right behind me, isn't it?
God's sake.
Like,
It did feel like mostly set up, this episode.
yeah, this is like it's set up. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be real. I think we're gonna be. It's just gonna be set up, and then we're gonna get to like the last 10 pages, and then it'll be payoff somehow.
Maybe, but I mean, hey, we're getting through this fast. We're on page 12 out of like 40 something, and this is episode 3
Yeah.
of Meat Root. So
Mm-hmm.
we're kind
We're
of
doing-
speedy. For what?
Yeah.
Well, okay then. I guess that's how we're gonna describe it. So
Yeah. For its setup, that's all I can describe it as.
it's a lot of it. Well, I mean, you know, things are happening.
Things are occurring. I'm not saying they're not. It's just... No, I know for a fact nothing's gonna pay off for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very different from Candy Root, where it was always, where almost every single time it was immediate payoff after immediate payoff, and the payoff usually wasn't that good. The payoff was usually pretty shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, be nice to actually build up to something.
Indeed.
So, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on our time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again depending on your time zone. Other things, like Diggin' Rimper, the final episode of Chapter 4, is coming out this Thursday, Friday, which happens to be Christmas/Boxing Day, so
Merry
Hooray
Christmas.
forward to that.
to you, American Bow.
Merry Grimbo. Once that comes out, we will be going on a break for the last bit of the year, and we will be coming back in the first week of January. Yes. You can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. I post things there sometimes. I recently posted the art I made and the art made by Rhea Homestuck of Xander Shade for a recent contest, Homestuck contest thing. Looks pretty good. I will say again, thank you Rhea Homestuck for that. Good shit. Hell yeah. Sadly didn't win. But it was a fun time putting it together. Yes. You can also send me ask, send me DMs, send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube does sometimes eat your comments, which is very frustrating for all involved. So if you wanted to send me something, and YouTube says you can't, you can send it to me over there, and I'll actually be able to see it. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram. June.
Yeah, you can follow me there. On those places, stuff does occur.
Yeah?
If you're curious, check it out.
Indeed.
Ta-da!
And yeah. And you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. He is doing Dark Souls at the moment. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
Chill time over there. And go just hang out when he's streaming. You know? So just a chill time, nothing particularly serious. He streams starting usually between 6:30 and 8, and then that's GMT, and then just keeps going for like a couple hours, maybe 3 hours. Not really a strict schedule, but you know, he just streams when he streams, and you can check him out. And Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck, the Epilogues?
I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. We love making these. We hope you enjoy watching them. Yeah, that's this is our last recording that we're doing, at least from our end, of 2025, and it's been quite the year.
Yep.
I mean, for me, it feels like it's gone by really quickly. I don't know if everybody agrees with that, but I mean, from a channel perspective, I mean, we got through like most of Hive Swap Friendsim this year. I think.
Yeah.
When did we start? We started it in December, and so it was mostly well, obviously it was mostly this year. But I was trying to remember if it was entirely within this year, but it wasn't.
It started late last year.
Yeah, that's right. And
I think late
yeah.
November at the earliest.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, made it through the entire Candy epilogue and getting through the meat one now. So and that's not even to say a thing about any of the stuff we release on Thursdays. The October creepypasta stint, which was I mean it was good, but Jesus Christ, it took so long.
Yeah. We started recording that in September. We weren't finished until after the release of episode 3 of that.
Yeah.
I think
But
think we actually recorded the last sections of episode 5 after episode 4 had already gone out. I think.
Yeah, it was a process.
There was a lot of doing.
But,
it was a lot of doing,
yeah.
but it was a good time.
But it's been a good year, I'd say, and I'm looking forward to the next one already.
Hell yeah. Here's hoping it's a good one. But at the very least, for here, I've got some plans that will ensure that it will be, at the very least, an entertaining one for you. So, in the meantime, don't think there's anything else to say, so we'll see you in the next video. Later!
Bye bye.
See you next year. Bye bye.